What's up guys? So in today's video we're going to be seeing a step-by-step guide to create your first NFT on Opensea. But before we continue, I want you to go ahead and check out Gateio NFT MagicBox. Gateio NFT MagicBox is a platform for the creation and auction of NFTs to be easily accessible to everyone. It focuses on the management of NFT artworks through well-known blockchain technology. So as you can see, this is my Opensea. The link to Opensea will be dropped in the description box. So go ahead to connect your metamask. Is that alright? So connecting your metamask means you are creating an account on Opensea. So you can just go ahead to hit on your profile and this is it. So we'll be creating our first NFT as well as we'll be editing our profile. When you click create, it will bring up this particular sign request which you have to sign. It's a one-time action. So you see what it's saying here now. So it says file types supported: jpeg, png, gif, svg and all that. So make sure that the size of the file does not exceed 100 MB. Hope that makes sense. So clicking on that box, it opens up this browser and we can now add the image. I already have an image selected that I want to upload. So once I select the image, I can now give it a name. So the name of the image is nature joy. So just come up with something creative. Alright, so just come up with something that people can identify with. I don't have an external link for the image already, so I can now go ahead to add a description. Is all right. So description also something very creative, something compelling. So beyond the horizon of Africa lies the peaceful ambient rivers of joy flowing to the African youth. Right. So you can just make sure that everything is intact. Then we don't have any collection at the moment, so we can just leave this blank. So properties. So some of these things are a little bit advanced, so we'll not be touching them for now. So this is just basics of creating your first NFT. So levels will have stats. I'll have unlocking content, include unlockable content that can only be reviewed by the owner of the item. So you can toggle this on and off. Is alright, but for the sake of this video, we are going to leave it just as it is. Explicit and sensitive content. So these include things like pornography and all that. So if what you're uploading is very explicit, you turn this particular button on, but it's not explicit, so leave it as it is. So our supply is actually one. It's one on one NFT, and it's going to be a rare NFT. Alright, so it's not one of many, but a one of one. So we actually made a video explaining what one of one NFTs are. Go ahead to check it in the description box up there now. Is that right? So you can just read that and see what it means. So how are limits enforced? So the maximum supply or the hard cap of your NFT will be encoded in its ID. This allows the smart contract to check whether any or more is allowed. So the blockchain we'll be using for the sake of gas fee is Polygon. Alright, so a whole lot of people are familiar with Ethereum, but for the sake of high gas fee, we are going to be using Polygon. Hope that makes sense. So you go ahead to check everything and make sure that everything is intact. Then you click on what create. So you see it says what almost done, and you check that captcha, and you should just tick the right bridges and go ahead and verify. Yeah, so it should be done just in a bit. So here you have it. It says what you created nature joy African youth. Wow, you just created nature joy. So this is your first NFT. You can go ahead to share it with the link. Alright, share it to Facebook, share it to Twitter, share it to Telegram, and to anybody that wish to see. Is alright. So don't just keep your NFTs yourself. Once you've created it, share it. It's a wonderful thing. Alright, so we are making you guys NFT creators. It's a wonderful skill to have. So once you are through, it should bring you to the page here. So this page has all the details of the standard NFT. Is alright. So it has the description of your NFT, about the collection. Suppose you already have a collection, it tells you when it was minted or created from. Whenever I see null address, that means it was the first time that particular NFT was created. Is that alright? So NFT must always be minted before anything else happens to it, maybe before it can be auctioned or maybe before it can be sold. So you can check out other details about Untitled collection. So you can check out other details about the NFT as well as activity, item activity. So you go ahead to hit on edit. If there's anything you need to edit, yes, you can still edit even after you've created, but there's a limit to what you can edit. You cannot change the network or the blockchain of which the network was created. Is that right? So after you're through, click on submit changes and you see a success there. So we can go now to check out my collections. So by default, if there's no collection assigned, it will be added to an untitled collection. So I can go ahead to edit my collection accordingly. So your collection should have a logo image and you should have a featured image. So I'll just use the same image for everything as the case may be. So I tried trying to resize it or crop it, but there was no provision for that. So using the same image. So this is rectangular and that image is kind of square. So it still does not fit accordingly. So I'm just gonna, for the banner, just gonna skip. Then for the name, I'm just going to add a name for this collection. Instead of Untitled, it's going to be African Pride. Is that right? So I'll just delete the other one. Alright, so the name is already taken, so we just have to edit it accordingly. So what should we use now? Okay, African River Joy. So how about this? So this name is available. It's alright. So the URL also, we can edit the URL of this particular collection. This also you can share to as many that you want to share with. So collection have specific type of NFTs. So if it's NFT about maybe African joy, people in a river or something, so it will house all those type of NFTs. If it's about football players, it should house such types of NFTs. So if there's no description, go to all this. So you can link all these channels there and creators earning. So you can collect some kind of passive income or royalties for each sale of this NFT. Is that right? So you can define how much you want to collect, what percentage. Okay, so what payment token do you accept? So this token can be used to buy. So you can select any one of these, but the one you select does not mean that you cannot receive payment from the others. Does that make sense? You can also go ahead to add tokens. So display theme, you can select any one that appeals to you. Is that right? So you have padded, contained and covered. So you can just go ahead to check it up, and once you are through, you can hit on what submit changes and it should give you this prompt. Alright, so you hit on what OK. So once you hit on OK, it should save accordingly. So wow, congratulations, you are creating your first NFT and you are editing your collections. Is that right? So here we are, our first NFT. So it's already minted. You can go ahead to list it. You can go ahead to add a particular price to it, and that does it. Hope you got value in this video. If you have any question, go ahead to drop it in the comment section below. Also like and share this video. Remember to support us by smashing that subscribe button. Peace out.